One of the most commonly overlooked pieces of the filmmaking puzzle, especially by beginners, is the importance of a shot list. And usually you don't even realize that you forgot to write a shot list until you get to set and you don't know what you're shooting. So today we're gonna fix that. Let's jump into the computer. So now that we know all of our different camera angles, shot types, and movements, we need to know how to script them so we have executable tasks while on set. So we're going to start off. Right here is a camera shot list. It's just a template. I'll put it down in the description for you to download. So we're just going to go ahead and fill this section out right here, and we will fill it out using information from our call sheet that we have made. So as you can tell, I have a few different things blocked out here. That's just for personal reasons. And I do have the title blocked out right here. So I'm just going to go ahead and type in example. And this is actually the first day. So right here for sheet number, we're going to put day 1. And the date for that is going to be right here above it, September 1st. We'll just and then the location will be right here is where you can find that. 511 Woodward Avenue. And this is actually going to be scene number 3. It's very common for crews to not shoot the film in chronological order, scene by scene, but you do film, the context of each scene in chronological order. So this is going to be scene number 3 in our script. I'm not going to put the director of photography because I don't feel like it right now. So actually writing down our shots. So it looks pretty self-explanatory, right? It is. So we need to get the context of what's going on. Find that right here in this section about set and description and the scenes. What's happening is it's going to be a simple walk down the sidewalk. Where? In the city street. And what's happening? We got some busy traffic. Scene 3. So this is going to be shot number 1. And this specific shot list that I'm making right here is for a trailer. So we will do something different actually. In the previous video, I taught you that every time your character every time you introduce your character into a scene, you need to first establish the environment with a wide shot. And that gives you the relative distances of your character and their surroundings, but we don't want to give the viewer that. We want to do actually the opposite and make them ask more questions. So we're going to start out with the opposite. We're going to give close up, and it's going to be a low angle. Will stay even more ominous, mysterious. So low angle, and since he's walking down the sidewalk, a low angle of that would be at the feet. And it is going to be a tracking shot as he is walking down the sidewalk. So we'll just go into our notes here. Follow. And then the second shot, we're eventually going to reveal the character who is walking down the sidewalk, but not yet. It's going to be a few different cuts first, also from a few different scenes. But from here, within this scene, we are going to do a wide. We'll do a wide, but we'll stay ominous and mysterious. Keep raising questions. So it's going to be a wide shot. Center frame. And this one is not going to have any movement at all. And when a shot has no movement at all and it just remains fixed on a tripod, you're just going to put locked. You can put a few different terms. You can put tripod, you can put sticks. I put locked because it's locked on a fixed point. There's no movement, it's locked. Notes, character, passes, left, no. So the character is going to pass from screen right to left, which is also going to be frame right to left. And so where we're going to place the camera is in the middle of the street at a cross section, pulled back into the street. So we're aiming far down at the cross section. The character is going to pass across the frame through the cross section. It is just going to be busy down there, so I don't have to really hire extras. So after this, I'm going to do shot for 3. Actually, I want to do something different here. I just had a different idea. So this one is going to be a cowboy frame. So we're going to show a little bit of the character, but it is actually going to be from behind. And it is going to be center frame. We will also do a tracking shot, tracking shot here as well. And this is going to be follow behind. So essentially we're going to be following behind the character with a tracking shot. And in center frame. And he's going to be framed in a cowboy. And then from there, we will go into our wide locked shot. And shot number 4 is going to be we'll go into the reveal. Close up. And then it is actually going to crane up. And then, so you don't necessarily need a crane or a jib in order to do a crane shot. A dolly will work, or I'm sorry, not a dolly. A gimbal will work just fine. Plenty. Especially if you're only going up to head height. You don't need all that. Just a gimbal's fine. Even handheld is fine if you don't have a gimbal. Really. So do low tilt, crane up, and then from there we will crane up to base. And then once we get to the base, we're going to level the camera. And then, okay, so this shot right here is going to flow into this next shot. It's going to be the same continuous shot, but as the shot moves, it's gonna move around differently. So as it moves, it's going to represent different shots. So I'll show you how to write them all and how to link them together as one shot. Super simple. So this is going to be a close-up, and then it's pretty much just going to be framed on the thirds line, because this is going to be, you'll see. So it's going to be in orbit, really. So it's going to come up to the back of the head, or I'm sorry, up to the face, and then orbit around to the back of the head. So basically how we have this, I know I'm rambling on and it might not make sense to you, but if you can imagine character walking across the frame, right? Try to imagine characters walking across the frame and the camera slowly begins to lift up, right? And it's at the side of the character. So as it's lifting up, it reaches the face. So it's at the side of the face. Now it's going to orbit around the head. Now it's facing the back of the head. And then from there, it's going to pull out away from the character into a medium center frame. And then from there, this is where it gets fun. We are going to do a wide. Center frame. Roll. So our character in the scene leads a double life, and essentially what's happening in the context of the scene is he is on his way to go be in that double life, and it's sort of a darker life, and so it's the flip side of him. And so we're going to show that as he's walking away, flipping him, because he is now a different person. It's fun to get very metaphorical with your camera movements, but you really need to be careful. But that's just a fun one that I thought of. You don't really always need notes. I explained all of this to you guys as we were making it, so hopefully everything I said kind of made sense. And the way that we are going to actually link all these together so you know that they're in order is we're simply just gonna come over here and highlight them like that. So they're all in order now. You know that these are linked up, and then everything that is just standard is just a scene cut on its own, or a shot cut on its own. And this right here pretty much concludes the shot list for this day. Now, none of this is going to make any sense at all if you don't know how to create a call sheet. To learn how to do that, click here.